all prophetic. And other people could read it, and ultimately the high priest could read it and understand that it was all prophetic. Another people could read it, and ultimately the high priest could read it and understand that it was all prophetic. And none of the stuff was written for history. That's only when the political things came in. So it was called eschatology, things in the future, or apocalyptic things in the future. All of those scriptures, including some parts of Genesis. And the book of Revelation is one of the oldest books in the world, but it's dealing with alchemy. Has nothing to do with some shit that's going on out here, but it's also talking about the war that's going on in your body. And because you're getting to the critical stage now that it's being real bad for you now.
The one in the war that's going on in your body, we are part of. If you think about it, I wonder who's going to get it.
That's because that means you are almost out of this thing. I can barely stand it each day. It's just awful. And I'm telling you, the more knowledge you have, the worse it gets for you. You see what I'm saying? Because ignorance is bliss. To me, it's psychologically, and especially the last 2 weeks has been real bad. I mean, real bad for me. And all right. Because, but I understand that means that it's getting over more and more. Because I mean, I don't really see how I can go on. I mean, goddamn, food too fucking high. You understand what I'm saying? You never get on top of the bills. You understand what I'm saying? You're always broke. Nothing ain't never on damn TV but some foolishness. And then niggas make you mad. So you can separate from white people and say, well, that's just the beef. But most black people you eat now make you mad as shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's a combination of things that is getting too unbearing. And I mean, it's something, man. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I know that this thing, when they talked about the whole chapter in the book, and all you got to do is go look at the book of Coming Forth by Dead, the book of the dead, and in there you'll see the great judgment scene. And right after the judgment scene, which you already had, you will see the next chapter is the chapter of one soul becoming that like rock, on the same level of rock. And then they'll show the scene of all this food, which they're saying a big party, a feast that is supposed to happen in the end time, and all the people who have passed, and all the people that's here, and it's this great big party that you're gonna have. This food, a big party. And that's the kind of shit coming down the tube for our people. All of our people. Including the ones that's dead, because dead is they just didn't live before you. You see what I'm saying?
Remember, our people is the one that understand that we serve the Creator only.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a question and answer at this particular time, so we can get the ball rolling on that aspect. But I want to say one other thing too. Look at this. You know it's the last. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh man. Turn it out of the way. Okay, I got it. Boy, I tell you, I get it. I'm telling you. You know it's the last days when the Jews come out and start telling the truth. You had the Syrian mystery, the old lion mystery, and now this white Jew. I'll show you the picture of him right here. His name is Gary Greenberg. Gary Greenberg is the president of the Biblical Archaeology Society. He is also a member of the American Research in the Center of Egypt, and also the Archaeological Institute of America and the Society of Biblical Literature and the Egyptian Exploration Society. He also is a senior trial attorney of the Criminal Division of the Legal Aid Society of New York City. Now, here's this white boy that wrote a book called The Moses Mystery, The African Origins of the Jewish People. So you can see the white boy? You see, there was another guy named Ahmed Osman. Ahmed Osman wrote a book called Moses, the Pharaoh of Egypt. Came out in 1990, but he black, so if the white man say, oh, y'all is trying to make a political thing for yourself, you will be believing that. But it seems like it's a little more pretty when the white man writing the truth. You see, now, the Moses mystery. It's in all the books there was now. All of them got it. Walden, B. Dalton, Barnes and Noble, Borders, all of them. Now, this is the deal. It says, this book will challenge the basic assumption about the Bible. The Moses mission contained the 12 tribes of Israel never existed. Yeah, because the 12 tribes of Israel is the 12 zodiac signs, the 12 systems of the body, which is also the 12 DNA strands, 10 of them in the Kabbalah.
And that's why I keep telling y'all the 12 tribe chart is bullshit. It was obviously all black, brown on black onto the ground, just like the book says. And also, we had bands and many bands in one tribe, and every tribe had a chief, and every band had a chief. So all this other so-called kings and shit is also bullshit. The time is bullshit, everything's bullshit. Matter of fact, I don't even feel like time actually exists, if you ask me, from everything that I have learned.
Abraham, Isaac, Jacob were characters of Egyptian mythology. The Bible story of Jacob and Esau was, for example, would draw together several myths about the Egyptian gods Horus and Set. The feuding brothers who fought together in the womb were woven into biblical stories of biblical patriarchs. The Israelites were Egyptian followers of Akhenaten. Now he bears witness to the same research that I did a tape called Akhenaten and Moses one and the same in 1994.
That's because Moses is Akhenaten. And Akhenaten believed in following only one creator. Alright? And that name might be wrong too. But whoever that guy was, believed and served in one creator. So let's not even say the name. That guy believed in only one serving, one creator. And the creator was a spirit. And of course that guy knew that. So we were listening to him. And we had to leave because they wanted us to serve, they wanted us to do polytheism. We didn't want that. We wanted something else. We'll get to that in a minute. All right? But basically, to make it simple, we wanted to serve our creator. But we're going to get into word explanations and stuff in a minute. And they wanted us to serve theirs and more. We said, fuck no. And they said, well, we're going to kill y'all. So we had to dip. That's the real escape of Egypt.
That's it. Akhenaten and Moses one and the same. He's bearing witness to the same tape that I did in 1994 on some research I did.
Egyptians were black.
Moses, one and the same.
Same ones that used to have our back.
The first Israelites were Egyptians, the followers of the Pharaoh Akhenaten, who attempt to introduce monotheism into Egypt engendered rage among the religious establishment. We know how that goes. Moses served as the high priest in Akhenaten's cult. After Akhenaten's death, had to flee Egypt to avoid execution. The Pharaoh Horemheb waged a bitter campaign to execute the vestiges of Akhenaten's heresy, eliminating the evidence stone by stone and word by word. As a result, Akhenaten remained lost in history until the 19th century when Egyptologists discovered his ruins and his capital city. When Horemheb died, Moses returned to Egypt, united with his followers and enemies of Egypt, and attempted to seize the throne of Ramesses I. The coup failed, but to avoid a civil war, Moses and his allies were allowed safe passages out of Egypt. This was the real Egyptian exodus. After entering Canaan, the Egyptian followers and Moses formed a military alliance with local Canaanite kings, and with some recently revived Greek invaders known as the Free People, which is actually Phoenicians. The non-tribal alliance of small
all these folks are black at this time.
Israel. Now what he's saying here is, in here, but see, now the Fractals talk about, but this is what made him enable him to write the book. In here he talks about how his people ignored all kind of signs that this shit was Egyptian. But what enabled him to read the book here is
now here's what we all understood back then, that the creator was in us, the creator is still in us. You only have 3% of your DNA active, and the rest is being repaired. So you take away that, that's like 97% of DNA that they call junk DNA, but it's not junk DNA. That is creator DNA. So the creator put the creator's DNA in you. So basically, so I'm just be honest, me and the creator was having a conversation, not verbally. Obviously, you have to understand, if you talk to the creator and he talks to you, you understand. Well, if the spirit talks to you, you understand what's going on. So just hear this out, right? So I asked the Creator, I said, so what are we besides your sons and all that stuff, the whole spell? The Creator said, I made y'all in my image. And he basically said, y'all are me in the flesh. Well, actually, no, he said, y'all are like me. Sorry, y'all are like me in the flesh. We are like him in the, I don't want to say that, but it is flesh and spirit. But we are like him in that. Okay, yes, he sits at the pineal gland. It's at the top of your dome. The Creator is the Creator. So, of course, I said that doesn't make us you. And the Creator said, yeah, it doesn't make you, it does not make y'all me. But basically what the Creator is saying, the Creator made us in his image, or in the Creator's image, I shouldn't say he or she. The Creator's a spirit. The Creator made us, the Creator molded us in the Creator's image and gave us the gifts. So Creator made us kind of like him, I should say, in the flesh or in this body. All right? So that is going to explain, so when the rest of this DNA gets put back together, which is what they're worried about, we are going to be able to be the Creator's battle axe, like the book says, and then we are going to destroy the devil. We're going to stop the devil. And that's why the devil's mad. That's why he rages. Let's keep going.
All about the Egyptians was the Hebrews were Egyptians, but he never tell you what color the Egyptians are. But he's writing in code. First of all, he tells you that the acknowledgement in the beginning of the book, he acknowledges Martin Bernal and thanks him for giving him some of their work. So clearly, if you're going to read Black Athena, Martin Bernal bears witness that the Egyptians are black. So he does that for the ones that's the scholars, and you read between the lines, but he also does it so he don't get too much ass kicking from his damn white Jewish people, because the Jews would want to be Egyptians too. You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm just saying, for the mere fact that the cracker was right, the truth, lets you know that it's over. Because in the book of Enoch it says that the cracker will lie and write lies about you, but one day he'll start writing the truth, a few of them. Take that truth, because we're writing that truth through him for you. And that's what's been happening with the resurgence of the Afrocentric community and the metaphysical community that we have now come, which birthed out of the Afrocentric community. The Afrocentric community set up this. You couldn't get this now, not unless you had somebody come before and lay down the ground pipes and do the groundwork. And that's what the Afrocentric community was good for. It was good to set up this particular thing now. So when you started calling for more started coming on an advanced level. So now, let's go into a question and answer period right now.
Monotheism has been defined as the belief in the existence of one God, or in the oneness of God. The Oxford Dictionary of the Christian.
So we don't use the God word because that's pagan. Also, we'll just say belief in one Creator. So we believed in one Creator, our Creator. Okay, we believe that our Creator was the only true Creator and the rest were pretenders.
The Church gives a more restricted definition: belief in one personal and transcendent God, as opposed to polytheism and pantheism.
Polytheism and pantheism is the belief in an added person to it, middleman, or the other one is multiple, more than two. So 3, 4, 5, 6, or many of them.
Distinction may be made between exclusive monotheism and both inclusive monotheism and pluriform
monotheism, serving only one Creator and nobody else. Now she uses big words, so we're gonna avoid that so you don't get confused. Monotheism, the belief in only one Creator, understanding that the Creator is in you, the Spirit is in you. The Spirit sits at your pineal gland. which is at the top of your head. That is the throne. You are the church. Hope you catching us. Also, the Creator put a portion, a damn good portion of DNA in you. If only 3% of your DNA is active, then minus that from 100, and that's how much of the Creator DNA is in you that is going to be activated when the supernova goes off. And they don't want you to know about this. This is why the devil mad, because you will be the Creator's battle axe. You will destroy the devil, and the Creator will actually be the one that destroys the devil, because you will be the Creator's battle axe. So who will be using you? The Creator gets the glory. And why is the devil up so upset? Let's start reading. Therefore rejoice, ye havers, and ye that dwell
Liberty
in
Mutual
them.
Insurance Company presents.
Hold on, no they did. Okay, about to say. Anyways, okay. Woe to them, to the inhabitants of the earth. They kicked him out of heaven. But of course on the earth, here we go. Of the earth, ye of the sea, for the devils is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he hath but a short time. Okay? We're gonna stay away from the pagan parts, because I know y'all seen how they try to put the pagan in there. We all understand it, right? We all understand that. Here we go. Okay, little Batman music going on or something. I don't know what that is exactly, but here we go. We read that, right? That's the New King James. Either way, it's gonna say the same thing. So it's telling you to rejoice. Why? The devil's gonna rage, but what? He has such a short time. They're all gonna say the same thing. That's what happens. You have all these scriptures telling you, okay? All you gotta do is believe in the Creator only. Because as you already seen, the devil only rages because he has but a short time. What does that mean besides us coming to the truth and some of us being, of course, the ones that's in the real truth, you get it all the way. We are the chosen ones. Okay? Who else is coming?
He's from the past. Listen to what he has to say.
Who's this guy? This young child from the past. And he said they stole his gold.
Listen carefully. Listen carefully. You would see something. I wonder if the whole team what you would see. What was it?
Oh, say that. We need to go to the British place. They're taking me and mommy to go.
Which British place? He's from the past. Listen to what he has to say. Listen carefully. Listen carefully.
How are you? Raise your head. How are you? You would see something. I wonder who will hear what you would see. What was it?
Oh, say that. We need to go to the British place. They're taking me and mommy to go.
Which British place?
British. The white men who killed our forefathers, and they also put Dr. Kwame Nkrumah in prison. And those people also in prison were saying, let Dr. Kwame Nkrumah go. Otherwise, when we get out of prison, we'll kill you. So they made Dr. Kwame Nkrumah go. And when he came out, he go. And they were doing a lot of bad things to us. They killed our forefathers. They were killing others with guns and bombs. They had guns, bombs, and all those things, arrows and all those things. And they killed our forefathers.
And so now you want me to take you to the British place to do what?
To take my gold.
Who told you that your gold is with them?
Do you know what they use my gold for?
What did they use your gold for?
They used it to build hospitals and things. And they didn't build some for us. And Dr. Coleman said, no, this is wrong. So he forced them to give us out and he still didn't get our gold back, but independence still. But I want to go there. They put some of the gold on the things they built. So I'm going to take my gold. And there was 2 diamonds inside. One was red, one was blue.
So I should take you there, and you're going to take your gold. I don't even know where they've kept the gold.
Some are on the hospitals and warehouse. British. The British.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, so it is with Queen Elizabeth.
We'll ask Queen Elizabeth for it.
For the gold.
They've kept it somewhere.
Okay. I will call Nana Akufo-Addo.
This is reptilians stole the gold. They were the ones that came with the guns and the bombs. Reptilians were the ones that attacked, that killed our forefathers.
So Akufo-Addo.
You get it now?
Akufo-Addo, Mahama, and Akufo-Addo was vice president.
Who is his vice president? Dr. Bawumia.
Dr. Bawumia.
Yes.
So if they take John Mahama's TV down, now to be Dr. Bawumia's thing, and if they take him down, I will not let this happen to Nana Akufo-Addo. I will join Nana Akufo-Addo and fight them.
Take the gold. Okay. We'll see what we'll do about it, okay? Thank you.
Proud African culture, headed by Anheuser-Busch, to honor and preserve a part of the rich and proud African culture, and to cultivate a deeper understanding of the many contributions that history has made to the world. Alfonso I was the first ruler to modernize Black Africa on a grand scale. He encouraged his people to learn Christianity and new skills in masonry, carpentry, and agriculture. Alfonso streamlined politics, established modern schools, and later became